So this deck that we're about to be playing, I call it Mimikyu because it is a combination of two cards, haha, of Morpeko and Mimikyu. Now, both of these cards have a very interesting thing in common here. Mimikyu cares about playing Acerola's Premonition as your supporter card. Morpeko cares about playing Marnie's Pride as your supporter card. Both of them do more if you've done something, like if you've used that particular supporter card. Now, it's kind of hard to guarantee you're going to have that, so what are we going to do to guarantee we're going to have that? We are actually trying to make Pidgeot work. This deck started as a attempt to get a Pidgeot deck that would work with, that would do something that other things couldn't do. And having one card per turn that you can seek out and making it a supporter card, a very specific supporter card, seemed to work. And this works pretty well against the computer, but what doesn't? So let's see if we can make it work in general, and I'll put some music on here. Other than that, it's pretty standard stuff. We are playing 3 Marnie's Pride and 3 Acerola's Premonition. So hopefully that's enough. Hopefully it works. Hopefully we get to do some stuff and mess with some people. Most people aren't going to see this coming, at least I assume. So let's find out. Woo! Oh, I'm all hot and sweaty now, y'all. Maybe. Oh, we haven't had a maybe in a while. Alright. Yeah, it's been a while, Taltas, yes. For sure. It's not alright, babe, but thank you. Just need to chill out. I need to channel my inner penguin. Somewhere cold. Somewhere windy. Okay, so this is like, if the opponent knows what they're looking for, they might be like, wait, what? It would chill me out. Yeah, alright, I'll take the ice pack, love. Put it on my back. Okay, they have no such weaknesses. They have found all of their stuff from the get-go. So we typically want to start with a Morpeko, but not having Morpeko isn't the end of the world. We'll see kind of how lucky we get here. There are some moving parts to this deck, so I'm not sure how consistent it's going to be, but when it works, it's pretty fun. There's no such place, only fire. That's what it feels like, dude. That's what it feels like. Oh, thank you. Thanks, fire. Ooh, that touched my butt. That's cold. Chilly. Oh, that's cold. That's nice. And our sprinklers work now, y'all, which is exciting, because our lawn looks pretty dead, but it won't for long. Okay, Manaphy's rough because of Mimikyu. So, it makes sense that they're doing this, it's just, that's rough. Mimikyu V VMAX's thing is that it gets to put, now, it doesn't actually do damage, so it doesn't really care because it's putting damage counters on things, but notable that they're trying to stop it. Okay. Well, That's a good draw. We're gonna go ahead and use this Acerola's Premonition, even though we can't play it yet, because we get to draw 3 cards, so, yeah. Okay, this is good. This is the Morpeko. Actually, this is the Pidgey. That's kind of what this is good for right now. We already have one thing out, right? And we have the Rare Candy. Nah, it's probably smarter to get the Morpeko here. I might regret that decision, but this is probably smarter. And we get to do this, even though nothing happens. Seeing the Acerola's face on the Mimikyu's head is weird. See how Marnie and Morpeko look together? Better. Morpeko. You know, this deck should probably have a PAL pad or two in it, now that I think about it. At least one. As we slowly file away all the rough spots on this deck and see if we can make it roll. Okay, it's a little late for the VIP pass opponent, but sure. Maybe they have an Ultra Ball, and that's why they did that? Palkia V-Star. They did not, okay. Okay. Late cutie. Makes sense. Makes sense. That's a really good draw. This is about to be nasty. Okay, can we get 13? There's the Greninja, or that's... Do those two. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to evolve this. We're going to put this Luminous Energy here. We're going to use Acerola's Premonition. Draw some cards. Quite a few cards. Play that out. Play that out. Let's Nest Ball for another Mimikyu, just because we can. And now we're going to use Ominous Numbers. And we get to put 13 damage counters because we, thanks, darling. So let's start here. We're going to take care of this Seadra first, because we know they care about that one. Okay, there's 80 there, and then we're going to put 50 on the Finian. Bye-bye. Hi, sheep! Hi, sheep! I don't normally say that twice, but you know how it goes, sheep. I feel like that's the thing to do when we say hi to you now. See, that was actually kind of clean. That was what Acerola's Premonition and Mimikyu VMAX do. Now, this still gets to do 120 damage and discard a random card from their hands. That's not as good as it could be, but that is notably good. And next turn, we get to use Arven to get a Rare Candy to get our Pidgeot. We have a Rare Candy to get an Ultra Ball. Aren't they? Yeah, Chips picked these out. These are styling. Styling. Right? You can always trust Chip. She's gonna know what looks good. And then the best part of that sentence is Chip's picked me. Ha! I look good. Okay, so the Palkia V-Star is a little scary. Little scary. Or V-Star. So we're actually gonna get a little creative here. They're going to hit this Mimikyu for a bit of damage. When they're ready, they're going to do that. Okay, now they're going to hit Mimikyu. Oh, they're using Star Portal first. Okay, sure, sure. That's good for us. Use that ability now. For only one. Opponent, I think, is learning how their deck works, which is fine. We all learn somewhere. We're trying a new deck, too. Okay, 160 damage. So that is enough to one-shot us next, or to two-shot us. So we are going to switch out. And we're going to do that in a very fun and clever way. So, first things first, we're going to Arven for our Ultra Ball. So we can get our Pidgeot. We don't need this other Rare Candy, and we actually want to ditch an energy here. So we're going to do those two things right there. Grab a Pidgeot. Now, the Mimikyu has a really, really neat ability here. And it works because they don't have Path to the Peak out. So we're going to play Mimikyu. And Mimikyu has Dummy Doll. Now, what Dummy Doll means is that until our next turn, this Pokemon cannot take damage from their attacks. So we're going to put this energy on Morpeko. We're going to retreat Mimikyu V VMAX. Put the other Mimikyu out front. And let's go ahead and Pidgeot here for the escape rope that we're going to want. Next turn. And now we end our turn. Next turn, things are going to start to get wild. If they don't switch this out, see, it does one, what is it, 620 for each bench Pokemon, so that's 100, 140, so it's doing 200 damage. Okay, so Morpeko cannot soak a hit from the Palkia, so we don't want the Palkia to hit the Morpeko back, right? We want to continue to chew through their other stuff in the meantime. Okay, they passed their turn. They might be AFK. They might have closed their game or something like that. We do not get to find out what that is. So in that case, Marnie it up. Put this Dark Energy on Morpeko there. We're going to give it... we're actually going to give it this Luminous Energy. Just because the Psychic Energy can go on this other Mimikyu there and be much better there. Now we Escape Rope. Now, our opponent's AFK, so the Escape Rope's going to take a second to pick something for them, but once it does, whatever they pick is going to die to this Morpeko. Even if they pick this Greninja, which has enough HP that it would soak the attack normally, Hangry Spike does 240 if we played a Marnie, which we have, so yay! Opponent, come back. We're winning. Come back. Perfect. That was the one I was hoping the computer would pick. The one that the computer picked. So... do we want to... let's Pidgeot and see if we want anything. I'm not sure if we will or not. No, none of those... oh, we do have to put one in our hand. Okay, well, let's put a Luminous Energy in our hand then. Okay, and then we will Hangry Spike it. Harsh. Okay, it's a good draw. So I think the correct play with our energy next turn is actually to put this Luminous Energy on the other Mimikyu. Because there's one more Mimikyu VMAX in our deck, and we don't really want to give them 3 prize cards if we can help it. So if we had the ability to use a different one instead, that'd be nice. And next turn we're not going to be using Acerola's Premonition. We're going to be using Kamado. So our opponent did leave, so we got the win, but we were actually doing pretty good before they left. I gotta say, this deck seems... there's a lot of moving parts, but it's not that you need a bunch of parts to make one engine here. This deck feels more like you have, like, 3 little engines all kind of running simultaneously that can work together. There's the Pidgeot engine, there's Morpeko, and then there's Mimikyu. They all kind of do their own thing, and they go pretty good together. And who doesn't love Mimikyu, right? Mimikyu's adorable. It made me really sad when Team Rocket got the Mimikyu. I know Team Rocket, they're not actually bad guys, but the Mimikyu being mad at the Pikachu in the anime made me sad. Like, it's just a little Mimikyu. I also didn't watch the whole arc, so who knows. I don't think we want to go first, but let's find out. I should check before we start all of these decks to see if I have a brain. Wiggles, do you have a brain? VIP passes. Heavens to Betsy. Okay. Toad School. Interesting. Interesting. So this is a Toad Scroll deck. No brain, only mush. Indeed. Indeed. This is another basic. We would have actually, I don't know if we would have rather them gotten a big Pokemon or not. So, one thing to note, Toedscruel, or Tentacruel, Toedscruel, the evolution one, prevents effects of Pokemon's attacks, which means it does stop Mimikyu, because Mimikyu's, Mimikyu VMAX's attack is not damage, it's an effect. You're putting damage counters, which is an effect, and so it would stop that. So we gotta keep that in mind. This is gonna be a Morpeko deck, or a Morpeko playthrough. We hope that's good enough. That energy's a good draw. Get a Morpeko. Get Pidgey. We boss's orders here? Probably not. Let's wait for them to commit something else before we start boss's ordering. It's our only piece of control here. Okay. You got it, darling. Okay. Okay. Now we are going to boss's orders here. We're going to pull this Turtwig to the front. Gnaw on it. Gnaw on it. Morpeko gets to switch. You don't have to switch. Okay. They did not draw any gasoline. That's good for us, because we did. Arven's a great draw, because Arven's a rare candy, and we already have the Pidgeot. We don't have any energy in the bin? That's a little annoying, but Arven's still a really good draw. Oh, wait, we're weak to grass. Oh, that's about to hurt. Yikes, okay. This deck might just stuff us in a little box here, because our one thing that's decent against them is actually weak to them, and the other thing doesn't work on them. Okay. Let's see here. We're not giving up. We're just gonna struggle for a second here. Struggle, bust it up. Okay, and let's put... Okay. Wait, hang on. Hang on. We have a shot here. We have a shot here. We need an escape rope. Okay, I should have put that energy on the Mimikyu, actually. Yeah, I messed up. That energy should be on the Mimikyu. If they retreat this and don't have an energy to put on it, though... And if they don't have any energy to put on things, this doesn't kill Morpeko. That's a big ol' if, though. Big ol' okay, they do. We've been countered, chat. We've been countered really hard. Alright. I want to test something. This is This is a bad idea, but I want to test it, so we're going to do it. Need a Psychic Energy. I mean, it's not a bad idea. This game is over. I just also want to test something here. Let's put this one down. Sure. Double Zeta, thank you for the follow, my friend. Okay, does this work? It doesn't. Alright, we're gonna tap out. Our deck is countered by this card. It happens, right? Sometimes your deck doesn't work. The deck did great. The enemy did better. Toadscroll's not bad. Not bad. Okay. Now, see, that Toadscroll gets destroyed by the Charizard Fire deck. Not the Arceus Charizard deck, because that one doesn't actually play a whole lot of Fire Pokemon, but just a regular old Fire deck with that Charizard would obliterate that Toadscroll. So keep that in mind. Everybody's got a weakness. X-Sculpt, X-Sculpt. Woo. That is an ice pack for you, though, right? I think we do want to go first. We don't have VIP passes. We do want to go first. And our second turn, when we can start doing moves, is when we want to have the Pokemon with the, Words are so hard sometimes, y'all. The Pokemon with the supporter cards. Okay, so they are Cross-Switcher, Psychic Energy. Probably. There's a couple things that could be. We're not gonna call that shot. I'm assuming there's a Gardevoir involved, but you never know. You never know. Give him the one. Everybody mulligans sometimes. Oh, it's the Lunatone deck. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay. That one there. And our turn. So this is a, we've tried a couple things with the Pidgeot before. This is the most condensed one I could, in theory, feel comfortable playing. There's 2 Pidgeys, 2 Pidgeots, and 2 Rare Candies. It's a 6-card combo to have this incredible engine. So if your cards help you get to that engine will help you win the game. And so far, it's, yeah. When you start having to slot 10 cards into a deck, every deck kind of just feels like that card, you know what I mean? But 6 is reasonable. That's like the 2 Squavits, the Venusaur kind of thing we were doing before, the Squawkabillies and stuff like that. Engines are important. Okay, they had to ditch a professor's research for this, which is great for us. Less of card draw for them. And they didn't actually ditch any energies, which is also great for us. Well, I guess they ditched one. Okay. Now, this little fella's weak to dark. Unfortunately, we don't do enough damage to one-shot it with our weaker attack, but it's notably weak to dark. Ditch any more energies they have not. Goes an energy. Yep. And the Greninja. I mean, them ditching the Greninja is great. That's really good for us. The fact that this gets to do 120 damage on turn 1, though. Lunatone's a tough nut to crack. This deck is no exception to that. And they have the second Lunatone, too. They're going all in on this strat. This is... You hate to see this against the Lunatone deck. You like it when they play things like Manaphy and Mewtwo and other stuff that's not so good. But, ugh, when they just do Solrocks and Lunatones, your days are numbered. It sucks to have to do this like this, but we need to draw some cards, and we get to draw 3 cards, so, you know, it could have been worse. And another Acerola's Premonition, not bad. Okay, so let's grab another Morpeko, because that one's... Oh, let's grab a Pidgey. We have this to do once they take out the Morpeko. It's a shame we couldn't do just a wee bit more damage. Because if we had hit it for 30 and then used Mimikyu after this dies, that would have been something. And because of that, now that I say that, man, I really messed up. I should have seen ahead and saw that. Whoopsie. Alright. So, what I just described, in an ideal world, this energy would be on the Morpeko, so we could use non-run to hit it for 30, and then they knock it out in response, and then we use this Mimikyu to do 60 damage, because this is going to take 2 prize cards. The Mimikyu's attack is 3 damage per prize card taken. So, we could have knocked this thing out. We didn't, because I'm bad. Clear that up real quick. Now, I think we have to feed him the Pidgey. Which is brutal, but that's where we are. Yeah. I mean, seeing how you messed up and saying it out loud is... maybe y'all don't find this helpful. I find that super helpful to not mess up in the future. Right? Like, I will have that little neuron pathway to be like, wait, this has happened before and it sucked. Hang on. Okay, so now we have to feed him a Pidgey. Which is unfortunate because that means we're down to 1 Pidgey in our decks. Okay. We're also just gonna go ahead and do this. Get a lot of cards here. Thank you, opponent. Okay, wait, hang on a second. New plan. I don't want to give that one up when we could do this and then do a free retreat to give them this Pidgey. That one you can have, opponent. I didn't play an energy, did I? Wiggles, what are you doing over there? It's like you don't even know how to play the game. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Acerola's Premonition is so good against opponents that are doing what this one's doing. Where it's like we draw all these cards. Now, the simple truth of the matter is they probably have switches, and they probably have some other stuff as well. So, we don't really want to be trying to pull their stuff out front. Go ahead and feed them this one. Okay, Energy Loto is fine. Pidgeot here for Morpeko, I guess. That. We have Arven to help us there. Let's do the Mimikyu. Yeah, let's do the Mimikyu. Okay, and we're going to Arven this turn because we're going to want to Acerola next turn. So let's Arven and let's grab... We have Switch and Escape Rope. Grab a Nest Ball. We can get the Morpeko anyways. I'm just kind of being... several ways to do that, and that's fine. Free search. I did miss the free search last turn. You're not wrong. You're not wrong tonight. Appreciate the heads up. So busy worried about 2 turns from now, I missed the turn right in front of me. Classic. Okay, so 90 damage is nice, but it cost us 3 prize cards to get there, so how nice is it really? Good news is they put all of their energy on that one Soul Rock, so... Or that one Lunatone, so... Yeah, they're gonna do this, powered up to 3, possibly knock us out. Things are looking grim. It's alright, second playthrough with this deck. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Yeah, and this is where that Lunatone deck just really steps into its own. It's just got this cannon that they can sit there and use. It's gonna be really hard for us to beat. Oh. Discarding a card doesn't matter to them. 13 isn't enough to take out 2 of these, and they have the Raihan in hand too. Brutal, 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 brutal. Yeah, we are locked out at this point. We're gonna keep playing though because I want to get these play patterns in my head, kind of figure out what feels strong here. Every loss is a learning experience. We learn a lot here. The Knight, thank you for the follow, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, here's another Lunatone. L is for learning. Oh, I need that on a bumper sticker. Oh. And see, Mewtwo is weak to Dark. And it's weak to Dark that if we could get a Morpeko fully charged up here, and have Marnie's Pride, which we could do there, which like the Pidgeot would have helped us with, we would have been able to fight this. It's just too little too late, though. So yeah, let's just tap out here. It was a good try. It was a good try. We learned something for next time. We need to do our Pidgeot search every time. We need to not mess up our energies. Then we wouldn't have had to feed them an extra turn. Yeah. And we also learned Acerola is really good against people. Like, Acerola is a great catch-up card, because if they have a bunch of cards in hand, odds are several of those are trainers. Acerola is going to at least draw you one, right? Good card. Good card. Opponent, I would like to go first. If you don't want to go first, I'll do it. I'll go first. Just say the word, fam. Just say Wiggles, go first, and done. Done. You can just say Wiggles, I'll go first. Say less, right? Wig. I'll do it. Opponent, okay, alright. Let's back up and start over. That was rude. We are not starting with the Morpekos either, and we really want to start... If we have our druthers, we would rather start with the Morpeko. Okay. They are Giratina deck. Standard fare on the casual ladder at this point. Everybody gets one. Everybody mulligans sometimes. Now, we're going to hold on to this Mimikyu until it is a good one to switch in. Although, against their deck, it's less ideal because their deck plays so many escape ropes. So, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. Yeah, we played, if you want to see it, it's on my YouTube channel. We played a version of the Charizard that had Clefas in it. That was really fun. Really liked that one. I haven't played the one with Arceus in it, but I don't really like playing with Arceus. But yeah, no, it's a fun card. It's really powerful. Which is less than ideal, but it's still neat. Okay, that's not what we were hoping for here. We're gonna ditch this Klara and hope that doesn't bite us in the butt. We really, really need a Morpeko. Let's see here. Okay, we get to draw 3. They have a judge, and it's good to know that they have that judge. Let's put this there. We're going to play this other Mimikyu out at this point because they have a judge. They're probably going to make us shuffle it anyways. Yeah. Hopefully they don't, because I'd like to evolve one of these Mimikyus here. But if I were them, I'd play the judge, because we know they have it. And it's going to be card advantage for us soon here. They're not playing their judge. Okay, that gives us another shot here. To do what is the question, though? Kamado is a great rip. Okay, so let's evolve this one because that one's got the cheapest retreat cost. We're not going to use any of these energies, which is sad. We're going to Kamado and hold on to this Luminous Energy. Let's see what we get. Okay, we got a switch. Excellent, 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 excellent. Switch out here, put the Morpeko in. So we're going to gnaw a little bit. Unfortunately, that Fill Face Guard is pretty in the way. Do we feed him a card? Morpeko's kind of all of our gas, and there's a chance they evolve this and then just do a super lot amount of damage here. So yeah, let's do that. Let's feed him the Mimikyu. Okay, this is a different build then. The Mewtwo is unusual. Here. Okay. To shreds, you say? If I could draw something that wasn't that, that would have been fantastic. They have 8 cards in hand, so let's hope we get... we draw 1 for each of theirs, so let's hope we get something. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, they have a boss's orders now. Scary stuff, scary stuff. Let's play another Morpeko out. Let's grab a Pidgey, because we have the Arven in hand, so we can get the Pidgeot next turn. Did they have the Giratina V-Star? That was a superior V-Star, wasn't it? Okay, let's do what damage we can here. 100 ain't nothing. There's energies in my bin, right? There's a basic in my bin. Excellent, 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 excellent. So hopefully they don't knock out Morpeko here. Or Pidgey. I mean, you could have this Morpeko opponent. Huh? You'd love this Morpeko. It's great. I'd be so bad at a tournament, y'all. Like a real-life person tournament, because I'd just be trying to chit-chat the entire time. I think that's frowned upon. Like, Judge, my opponent won't shut up. Could you cite them, please? Thank you. Okay, not the Pidgey, not the Pidgey, not the Pidgey. That's fine. That's not the Pidgey. Decent amount of damage, but that's not the Pidgey. So we're cool with that. Okay, so... start with this. Get this back out there. I want to check something. So it's 100 damage. So we need to use... Go ahead and... we don't have anything else we can do here, so let's just grab the Ultra Ball. Unfortunate that we have to ditch all of these pieces of gas, but it is what it is. So we can use Pidgeot here, but we can't grab... like, even if we were to grab Marnie's Pride and use it, it's not going to help us here, because this is... we can't play a supporter this turn. So let's see what we can grab here. We haven't played an Energy. Let's go grab an Energy. See here, probably Luminous. Actually, let's grab Dark because of this Mewtwo. We're gonna get this other Morpeko here ready too. How long have I been playing? So I've been playing Pokemon cards for a while, but we definitely took a break. So hang on 1 second here. Do the full damage that we can, because if this evolves, we want it to have more damage. So, been playing this client since the closed, or since the beta, like the set before the beta went to finished. Oh my god, I'm so bad at talking. I promise, I'm not normally this bad at talking. That's a lie. But I played Pokemon cards as a kid, then I switched over to Magic, then I switched back to Pokemon, then I switched back to Magic. I am done with Magic though. It's too expensive. Oh, well, that's good to know. It's the Giratina V-Star, I'm assuming. Not. Okay. Okay. So, I'm thinking we take out this Mewtwo, right? Since this is... we don't know what it is, and it's very possible that was also a Mew V-Star. And they're getting all of our stuff pretty high damage, so let's do this first. Pull that out. Pidgeot has a free retreat, so now we're going to retreat. We're going to use it before we switch here. Don't you worry, chat. Don't you worry. Let's grab the regular old Energy. Yeah, let's grab an energy because we can get a Marnie's Pride next turn and do that if we need to. Okay, so we're going to put that energy there, so that one's ready to go. And then we're going to do 240. Nice! Fennekin's a good starter. Nice job, nice job. Okay. So they have to play something else out, and if they play the other, if they evolve this, okay, that's a Chestnut V. The opponent's doing some weird stuff over there. Right, okay, they finally got one. That's fine. We're gonna put Pidgeot out because Pidgeot has a free retreat cost, and Marnie has to put something on the bench here. Okay. Okay. Goods. Dark energy. Still just gonna retreat this and put that there. Grab Marnie's Pride. We have the energy in hand to put that on there, so we can put this on our benched one here. Psychic right there. Okay, okay. How much damage can this do? 130. Let's do that. No worries, the knight, no worries. Okay, Acerola's Premonition and a Psychic Energy. That's excellent. So it's gonna do 3 damage. 160. Ida. Oh, that's brutal, because they can't attack this turn anyways. Oh, that was a nice draw by them. Well played, opponent. Okay, although they messed up. At least a little bit. Only has 1 energy cost to retreat. How bold are we feeling, y'all? They can't attack this turn anyways. We're gonna make him have it here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab a boss's orders. Because we're gonna hit this superior. Because if we hit this superior for 120, this can't one-shot us in response. And now, Mimikyu VMAX's ominous numbers with Acerola's Premonition is lethal. So I think we win. Maybe. They have a chance to win this one back here, but we are ahead. We have... Lethal is in play. It's not on the board because, you know, they don't know about our Acerola's Premonition, but we do have a shot here. Okay, so they're going to retreat and come back and hit us with Chestnut, thinking that this is safe now. It's not safe now. Oh, wait. Oh, it's grass. It is safe now. Darn it, Wiggles. Learn to read. Dark is weak to grass. I'm going to remember that one of these days. One of these days. We would have had him next turn. Shame. Yeah, you're right, Anagrass. Weakness. The weakness was me the whole time. I'm the weak link of my deck. This deck is way more fun than it has any right to be, though, y'all. I'll be honest. Who would have thought that Pidgeot was really just looking for a Morpeko and a Mimikyu, you know, to really pull everything together? Where's my lever not working? Hang on. Sorry, y'all. This is kind of a weird angle here. Yeah, this is all standard. Standard deck. Oh, I guess the chair broke. Oh well. Again, not starting with the Morpeko. Serena's a good one to start with, though. Serena and Kamado are big parts of why this deck works. Okay. We really do. Okay, so because of the Pidgeot, we're going to use this Ultra Ball here. We're going to ditch these two things. We're going to grab a Pidgey. Next turn, we can evolve that and have whatever we need. It really sucks that we don't get to start with a an energy drop, though. That is unfortunate. Okay, just jocking it. Okay, so starting with the Charizard and the Chandelure mean that they probably have a rare candy in their hand. Unfortunately, because we missed an energy drop, we're not going to get to punish this Charmander at all. Now, fortunately, that was not the scary Charizard. That was the other Charizard. We're mega behind on energy now, too. And when they play the Charizard, we're going to even be further behind on energy because they double it. Okay, that's an excellent draw. Get a Morpeko out. We're going to have to ditch this boss's orders, but that's fine. Actually, do we have to? No, but we're going to, because we kind of need to be... Okay. Okay. All right. I don't hate what I just drew. So let's Pidgeot here, and let's grab another Mimikyu. Do we have a Mimikyu in hand? We don't. Grab another Mimikyu. The one that we're going to evolve. We're going to start building these up here. Oh, wait, I had a Nest Ball. Oh, I just messed up. The Nest Ball should have been for a Mimikyu, and the Pidgeot should have been for Escape Rope, but... such is life, I suppose. Playing too fast, y'all. Playing too fast. Did we ditch any energies? We haven't yet. Grab another Morpeko, just to fill out the board a little bit. Okay. Did I do the giveaway? I did not. Giveaway! Tatas, congratulations, my friend. Boom. Oh, I'm so sorry, opponent. I did not end my turn. Whoopsie. Okay. Now, if they take out this Charizard, that's not the end of the world. Or they take out this Mimikyu, that's not the end of the world. The play patterns on this deck are weird. I feel like that's one of the reasons that we're kind of struggling here. Okay, so we're going to put this here. We're going to use Acerola's Premonition. Get to draw 4 cards. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. Don't forget to use Pidgeot Wiggles. Smart to grab an escape rope here. Do we have any energy in hand? We have 1. Let's grab the energy. Arven can get us an escape rope if we need it really badly. I don't think they're going to be able to attack, but we're not going to take that risk here. So let's play this Mimikyu out. This is what this is for. So we play the Mimikyu out, we use non-run, and then we get to hit the Charizard and back up. So we get to put the Mimikyu that won't take any damage out front. We're also going to get to do something kind of slick next turn. Okay. You have healed your Charizard. Congratulations. So if we Pidgeot for an escape rope, or for a switch, and put the Morpeko out front, put an energy on it, and use... Well, no, wait, we can't because there's no energy in the bin. Huh. Huh. Okay, back to plan. Let's see if we can make this make sense. Is there a way to play them? We have to get an energy in the bin and switch out without using a supporter. We get one free card. Oh, there is. Actually, there is. Okay, so we need to use this to get an Ultra Ball. Okay. Oh, wait, we don't have to get an Ultra Ball. We could just get the Mimikyu VMAX. Okay. Put this here. No, we can't. Darn it, I messed up again. Huh. Because we would be needing to retreat twice. This deck is hard to use. Okay, so let's grab an escape rope then. With Arven, just kind of our backup plan here. I mean, we're gonna get to do some damage, so that's not nothing here. I recommend everybody tries this deck, just because this is really hard to think through. Okay, now the good news is we get to knock this out without, this won't be able to one-shot us in response, and we don't have to have the Marnie to knock this out. So that was actually kind of convenient. Thank you, opponent. I appreciate you. And we know they're playing Chandelure, so them sacrificing this one to that was kind of interesting. Okay, that's a good draw. One thing that's nice about this deck is that because it's playing Vs and VMAXs, it gets to survive to the point of this, like to the point of having your stuff usually without being in too much trouble. Like we're pretty even on prize cards. We're behind, but we're pretty even on prize cards. Okay. Some serious damage. Okay, so let's see here. How could we make this work? Go ahead and evolve this. Well, we might not want to do that, so let's wait on that. We know we're going to retreat this, but do we want to escape rope it? Let's escape rope it. Or switch. I guess switch is probably better here. Okay, we have to retreat it this way. We're going to ditch the psychic energy. Put the Pidgeot out front. This part doesn't matter so much. But then we Marnie's Pride here, and we put that. We're actually just gonna knock this thing out. So now we switch. We got to use Marnie's Pride, so we get to do enough damage to knock this out. Okay, alright. That could have been a lot worse. Yay! Pidgeot does seem good. The problem with Pidgeot is it takes a lot to get to it, right? This is the thinnest Pidgeot package I put in a deck where it's only 6 cards to have it. And the deck seems pretty decent at making it happen. So, could be worse. Oh god, it's the other Charizard. Brutal. Okay. I don't know why they didn't do that one first, but alright. Alright. Well, we felt it parody, now we feel behind. Now, the good news is they're going to have a really big attack here, but this Morpeko was dead anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Of course, 2 prize cards does matter, so it matters a little bit. This deck feels like every loss has been my mistake, which is awesome to say. I know that sounds really weird, but that is awesome, because that means the deck is good, I'm bad. I can get better. Making a bad deck better is hard without just, you know, scrapping it. You can make some tweaks and changes, but this deck doesn't really feel like it needs that many. It feels like everything's there. Yeah, you are. Okay. Oh, if that's another Charizard, I'm just gonna tap out here, because I don't think we're beating that. Oh wait, they can't play another Charizard, because that just came out, so, Alright, I don't see a line here anymore. Let's go try somebody else. One more shake with this deck. Because I like this deck, there's power here. It's just hard to figure out. So let's do the giveaway for the last game of this deck. Oh, and I just keep sweating away. For distributing energy, you mean like for moving it around? There's not any ways to move them around once they're already played. We could play with a Poppy for that. Poppy might actually be, like a one-of Poppy would be really good because... Yeah, that's a really good shout-out tonight. Because Pidgeot could seek that up, and there's a chance that being able to shift 2 energies would matter a lot. Good shout, good shout. Yeah, let's see about putting a Poppy in here for when we do the finale thing. Do our thoughts. Okay. Like, as far as starting and not having the cards that, like, the Morpeko that we... What? I think we're against another Charizard deck, y'all. Mimikyu V and Mimikyu VMAX together is pretty solid. Oh! Oh, it's a Rayquaza deck. Okay, well this should be easy. No, honestly, the Knight, that was a good shout, though. See, one of the benefits of Pidgeot is that Pidgeot lets your one-ofs be, like, reliable draws, right? Yeah, you don't have to give a bunch of deck slots up to something if you could just seek it out if you need one of it, and one Poppy would make a lot of sense. Okay, so they're a Volcarona deck. That's less ideal for us, but what can you do? Jealous Eyes opponent. Oh wait, we lose. Oh no, we don't. They don't have a lightning energy. Whew. Never mind. You know you have to play with both of them, right? Right? Oh. Oh, okay. How many are in there? 3. So that's 80. Just got evolved. Okay. Opponent's taking a lot of actions here, but I'm not sure why. So, we'll see. Now we have 2 Energy Lotos, and we need to get to either a Psychic or a Luminous Energy. And there are 7 of those in the deck, so we should find one. Should. Can I have a Luminous Energy? I appreciate you. We're gonna spin this because I kind of want a Nest Ball. It would suck to just, you know, we shouldn't use a Pokestop if we're not built for it, because that's probably gonna happen, but we needed a shot here. Now, one thing about the deck that they're playing is most of their cards are going to be Fire Energy, which isn't the most useful for them, so it's not the end of the world. Now, this is gonna hurt. Oh, that might actually kill us. See if they ditch any more. They ditched 1, and if they Ultra Ball here and have 2 in their hand, we are definitely dead. They didn't have 2. Maybe not definitely dead? Maybe? This is an interesting take on Rayquaza, y'all. I've never seen somebody play Rayquaza successfully, and now this is successful because we have whiffed hard, but notably they are playing it successfully. Is it enough? Not quite! I'm not dead yet! Nest Ball, please. Well, that's not a Nest Ball. Now we have to spin this again and hope we hit something. Yay, a Nest Ball! Yes. Alright, let's grab a Morpeko. The good news is, yeah, we hit energy there, so we get to do that. We get to take this thing out. That's nice. Now they have this other one, so they're probably gonna draw Fire Energy. Maybe we get really lucky and they don't, but they probably will. However, there's only 1 energy in their bin now, so it's less good. Okay, there's 2 in the bin. They had the 1, so I'm assuming this is dead then? Just barely. Shame. Shame. At least we didn't lose on the spot because of this Morpeko. Now we can stop ripping their Pokestop. Pidgey's a good draw here. Pidgey's a very good draw here. We want to keep fighting Volcarona? If we had a Marnie, yes, but we don't. We could just one-shot it. So, let's just Serena here. We're gonna ditch that energy and that Lotto. Okay. The later this game goes, the more trouble we're in. Because their strategy is going to just turn their whole deck into fire energy. Well, not that, but the rest of it will. Okay. The funny part to this is, like, these Rayquazas haven't done anything. They've used Azure Pulse a couple times, but that's it. And there's better ways to do that if that's what you're trying to do. Rayquaza is kind of a liability, in my opinion. Now, it does some damage, but not that much. Are we dead? Have we died? We've died. We have died. We have been slain. Blah. Blah. Now, one thing I will say is that notable about the Rayquaza as opposed to other cards that do this effect, this doesn't say you can only do it once per turn. This says once per turn, but it doesn't say you can only use one Azure Pulse per turn, so you can have two Rayquazas out and do it twice. So, like that. Like, could be worse. I see what they're doing. And what they're doing is destroying our poor little Morpeko. Their deck has got to be, like, all energy at this point. Pain. Pain. GG, opponent. Well done. Well done. Yeah, we can't beat them at this point. They're just going to get to do that again one more time. And you're wearing shorts, so I bet they are comfy. Okay, so final thoughts on this deck. So, I think a Poppy would be a good fit. And I think a PAL pad would be a good fit. I don't know what you would cut for those. I think random deck should play the Stoutland Ludicolo. I'll check that out. I'm not going to do that on stream, Ghost, but I appreciate it. I will definitely check that out. I'll make a note of that. Stoutland Ludicolo. Appreciate that. Okay, so final thoughts on this one. Add a Poppy, add a PAL pad, and I think this deck would be solid. I don't know what you'd cut for it, but this has actually felt really good. This felt like all the mistakes were mistakes that I made, like I've made a bad choice or a bad call or I prioritized something wrong, and that if you get good with this deck, this would be really hard to deal with as an opponent, because one, and this is really, really important to look at, you are getting to use Psychic and Dark. Using both of those together, you cover a lot of weaknesses. We got stuffed by Grass a couple times, but most people don't play Grass, so that just kind of happens. What's up, little Tokyo JP? How's it going? I liked this deck, I really did. I'm gonna tweak this one more in the future, but let's put on some music and move on to our next deck. Y'all, I am so excited for this next deck. We're gonna put on Chaz here. Exactly, Golem's friend, exactly. This deck just needs practice. Like, get some reps in with this one, and this deck would destroy stuff. But now let's move on to the one I've been looking forward to this, y'all. I've been looking forward to this.